Oh, hello guys! Today in this video I thought I'm gonna show you how to download, install a pretty basic setup of the VMware. This is the workstation and the player, the free version. I know I already have showed you the VirtualBox and this is pretty similar, but this is another and very popular software for virtualization, and I thought it might be an interesting thing for you. So let's get to it. Okay guys, so the first thing is find the web page where you can find and download the VMware. I just gonna do a little search for. It should be the first one that came up. Yeah, that's it. So this is the site of the VMware, and it's already showing you the VMware Workstation 17 player. So this is the download page. If you are on Windows, of course, just press the download now for Windows. It's a pretty easy install. Just follow the instructions and go next. But in my case, if you are using Linux, just hit download here and it's gonna start downloading. But as you can see, I already have downloaded, because it's gonna take a little while, especially with my internet speed right now. I don't know what's up with that, so I'm gonna skip it and let's get to the folder where we already downloaded, which is here. So this is the file that we need. Now if you click twice on it and wait for it, you see this, which is pretty common, so don't worry about it. Just right click and open terminal here. Now if you check what's inside of this, you see everything that is already in this folder. Now everything you need to do is just change mode and make it executable. And now if you do the same, you see how the color is changed. That means we can use it now. So the command is pretty easy. I'll make sure I leave everything I use in this video in the description down below as usual. So let's go. This might take a second. Okay, needs to be root. That's not a problem. Hit enter again. Wait for it to the extraction to finish and let's go. This might take a few seconds. I might just speed up the video here. I don't want you to waste your time watching me installing this forever. So I'll see you in a second. Okay, it's already installed. That's faster than I thought. So now you can close the window and do some search for VMware. It's right here. Just open it. Now you just need to accept the terms in the license agreement, which is pretty common. Just hit next. Do the same. Would you like to check for project updates on startup? That's always a good idea. Okay. customer experience, doing the customer experience improvement. I wouldn't do that right now, but if you want to, you can do it. Just go next. If you are using VMware for your own purpose, just go with the non-commercial use, as I will do right now. Okay, that's just a message, and congratulations, you have the VMware workstation installed on your system. Okay, and just a quick note before we continue, I forgot to mention it, but if you are afraid or you just don't want to use the terminal, you can just make the file executable. Just right click on it, go to the properties, to the permission tab, and check this box is executable. That's all you have to do. You don't even have to go to the terminal, but as I said before, I just trying to keep myself more and more using the terminal. Okay, so let's go to the configuration. Okay, now let's just go little quick through how you create a virtual machine, your first virtual machine with VMware. It's pretty self-explanatory, but just in case, let's go with it together. So just click create a new virtual machine. Now it's gonna ask you if you use a physical drive, which we are not. I recommend just use the ISO image. Just hit the browse button, and I already have downloaded and prepared a Fedora ISO for this, so let's go with that. Okay, it's already recognizing that the Fedora 64-bit it's detected. Okay, click next. Now guest operating system, it's the one that you are going to install with the VMware software. The host operating system is the desktop you are using. In case of me, that's a Linux again, but in your case that might be something else, most likely Microsoft Windows. Now this is the version Fedora 64-bit, but as you can see, there's a huge menu of so many other Linux distros. Okay, we're going with the default in this case. Now you can pick the name of your virtual machine, and I repeat, this is the name of your virtual machine. This is not the name of your host or host name. So don't worry about it. You can just, let's say, my first VM if you want. It's no big deal. So click next. Now this is pretty important. The maximum disk size in GB, it's 20 gigabytes, which is pretty okay for a virtual machine, especially if you are going to use it for a server purposes. Now you can, the default it's split virtual disk into multiple files. For some reason I'm not sure about that. Let's just, I prefer the store virtual disk as a single file. Just go to the next. Now I just want to show something else little quick. Just click to the customize hardware and start selecting first the memory. By default it's 2000 megabytes or 2 GB. Now you can go more or less depending on your own hardware. I like to do like around 4000 MB or 4 GB, but that's up to you. You can decide for yourself. Again, it depends of your own hardware. Go to the processors. Again, this by default it's 1. You can use as many as you want. It's just depends what your host machine what kind of CPU your host machine has and how much you can put here. For example, I have not that big of a machine, so I'm gonna use like, let's say, 2 cores. And the other thing I want to show you is the network adapter here. Okay, the connect at power on is checked. Now you have the choice of NAT or bridge, that's up to you. I prefer the NAT, which is the default here. But if you want to connect your virtual machine directly to your physical network, you can select the bridge. And the last thing is the display. Make sure the accelerate 3D graphics is checked on. And here you can select how much graphics memory you can put on your virtual machine. Now this again depends on your hardware. If you can do 8 GB, that's awesome. I will just do, let's say, 2 GB, and that's it for now. Click finish. Don't show this again, I'm not interested right now. Close, and your virtual machine, it's gonna start. Okay guys, so that's pretty much it. I'm not gonna wait and make you wait with me for the install to finish. This is not the point of this video. I just wanted to show a little quick how to download, set up your first virtual machine on VMware. So I hope this is helpful, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.